Welcome to today's video on how to set up Google credentials inside of N8N, as well as some other API connections that you will need if we want to be using N8N heavily. Now, I strongly recommend hooking up your Google credentials to N8N because there are almost certainly going to be instances where you want to include one of the Google services in an automation. Now, in the automations that I produce for authors, we use Google Docs quite heavily. Now, you could theoretically use something like Notion or Dropbox or Microsoft OneDrive instead, but I find that most people are familiar with Google Docs and Google Sheets and all of that, and I tend to go towards the thing that is going to be the less headache for people. I don't want a whole bunch of you to have to learn how to use Notion just to make these automations work. Most of you are familiar with Google Docs, so Google Docs is what I use in my automations pretty heavily. And so, unfortunately, there is a small setup process that happens when you're setting up your Google Docs inside of N8N. And this is probably the most technical video that I'm going to be producing about N8N. But once you get through this, and I will walk you through every step, there's also going to be a written guide down below in the description, which I don't normally put that sort of thing in the descriptions. But because this is a process that requires a little bit of attention to detail, I'm putting that in there just to help you along. So let's first talk about why you would need this. And the main reason is a lot of the text that is used by an automation can be stored in Google Docs as well as outputted. Anything that the AI outputs, we want to put that information somewhere where we can access it. And a Google Doc is a good way to do that. Additionally, there might be instances where you might need it to access your Gmail account or something like that. As you can see in this particular automation, which I won't get into, you can see right here, I actually have it access quite a number of documents before it even gets started. And in order to have these documents, you absolutely need Google credentials. And one of the ways you can look at how to set up these credentials is to double click on any one of these, and you'll see here it says credentials to connect with. And right now, if you're doing this for the first time, you won't see it say Google Docs account here like it says on mine. Let me zoom in here a little bit because I've already set mine up here. Instead, you'll probably see something like this that says create new credential, and you can click on that and it'll bring you to this page. And so what we need to do is fill out this client ID and the client secret in order to get this Google Docs connected. And thankfully, you can do this process once and it will work for all of the different Google products. So that's Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Gmail, etc. We only need to do this once, thankfully. But it is a little bit of a complicated process to get this set up. Another way of accessing this, if you don't want to go through an actual automation like this one, is from your N8N dashboard. You can see up here where it says create workflow. Click the little icon here and instead say create credential. And then you can search through here on what kind of credentials you're looking for. So if you just look through Google, let's say Google Drive, and select Google Drive OAuth 2 API, that's one of the ones that we'll need to do. Now, like I said, you only have to get the credentials once, but you will have to plug those credentials in multiple times for each different thing. So the hard part you only have to do once, but you do have to take those credentials and stick them into multiple things. As you can see, I've got multiple credentials set up here. Namely, I've got Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets Trigger account, and a Gmail account. And those are the ones that I use most frequently. But if I were to use, like, say, Google Slides or something, I would need to set that up as well. Thankfully, I can use the same credentials. You'll notice also I have Anthropic and Open Router here. I will walk you through at the end how to set those up, particularly Open Router because it's the most versatile and it's the best one to start with, in my opinion. And it's the one that I use most frequently in my automations. But we'll get to that a little bit later because right now we're just focusing on getting Google Docs integrated because that is the most difficult step. Google, unfortunately, makes this whole process egregiously difficult to set up. But thankfully, once you get through it, it's all smooth sailing from there. Like, this is literally going to be the hardest technical thing that you have to do in this whole process. So to get this process started, you need to come to console.cloud.google.com. Okay. And I will link to this down below. But this is where you come to create your credentials. And you can see I'm already working in something that I've built here called N8N automations. So the next thing that you need to do is up here where it says, or it won't say N8N automations for you, but you'll see something else here. You just click on this, and then you hit this button here that says new project. And from here, you can call this whatever you want. I'm just going to call it test project, because I'm only doing this for this video, and after I'm done with this video, I will delete this. And I don't have any organization listed here, so I just leave this one blank and hit create. So the next thing that we want to do is get these client credentials. And so if we go back to the Google page, so from here, from console.cloud.google.com, if you see this little hamburger icon here in the top left corner, you click on that, go to APIs and services, and then hit library. Now make sure you have the correct project listed here. Now you can see it's actually on my N8N automations project, which is not the one that I want it to be on. We want to select that new test project that I created. So just double check to make sure you've got the correct project selected here in the top left corner. So from this API library page, we want to scroll down until you see Google Workspace and click View All. And from here, you want to select any of the Google services that you think you'll be using inside of N8N. I would say you definitely want the Gmail API. So go ahead and hit enable on that. So of these, the ones that I would definitely enable are Gmail, Google Drive. You'll probably want, this one, the Google Docs API, the Google Sheets API, probably the Google Forms API, and the Google Slides API. There may be more on here that you might want, but those are definitely the big ones that you definitely want to start with. So once again, go through each one, click on it, hit enable, and then repeat that for every single one that you want to use. So the next step that we want to go to is, once again, go up to the hamburger icon here, go to APIs and services, and then hit OAuth consent screen, and then navigate down here to where it says audience. And it'll show you the Google Auth platform not configured yet. Get started to configure your application's identity and manage credentials for calling Google APIs and sign in with Google. So go ahead and hit get started on that. And what you're doing is essentially creating a sort of internal app. And so just give it a name. I'm just going to call it test app for now. Your user support email can just be your regular email, and then hit next. And for most of you, you're going to want to select under audience, select external, unless this is something like if you have a setup Google Workspace in your organization, if you have like a business that already has some kind of internal thing, you can do that. But otherwise, you just select external. That's going to be for most of you. Note that even though we say external, it's not actually going to be external for just anybody to see. That it'll be something that'll be kept private to your account. So under contact information, just put your email address in there, select I agree, and continue, and then hit create. And now we go back here under audience, go under where it says test users and say add users, and make sure your email address is listed here. And then you should be able to see your email under there, under the test users. All right, now finally, the next step is to actually set up our credentials that we need inside of N8N. So for that, go back up to the hamburger icon, go back to APIs and services, and then select credentials. From this screen, you go up here to where it says create credentials, click on that, and then say OAuth client ID. You want this to be a web application here. Name this whatever you want. I'm just going to call it test application. Then scroll down a bit and you'll see this one that says authorize redirect URLs. Go ahead and select add URL. And then this is an important moment. If we go back to N8N as we're setting up our client ID and client secret here and everything, you'll notice it has this OAuth redirect URL. You want to go ahead and copy that and then paste it into this specific space. And once you've got this URL in the correct place, go ahead and hit create. And from here, you will see the client ID and client secret right here. Make sure you copy these and put them in a safe place so you know where they are. I don't mind just showing you this here because essentially I'm just going to be deleting this as soon as I finish this video. But you want to just copy this, go to your N8N credentials, paste it in, copy the other one, the client secret, paste that in here. But you'll notice this little warning here that says starting in June 2025, you will no longer be able to view or download the client secret. Once you close this dialog, make sure you have copied or downloaded the information below and securely stored it. So please, if you don't want to have to go through these steps again, make sure that you copy the client ID and the client secret and put it in a safe and secure place. I like to use a platform like LastPass, which saves all my passwords and stuff, but you can also have secure notes in LastPass. That's just how I do it to make sure that information like this is still encrypted, but I can access it easily. That's what I do. But at the very least, jot this down somewhere so that you don't lose it. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through this entire process again to create a new client ID and a new client secret to then put inside of your credentials in N8N. So now that you have the client ID and the client secret in here, all you have to do here is click this button that says sign in with Google. It'll bring up something like this. You go ahead and select it. And it'll say Google hasn't verified this app. And the reason it says this is because it's worried that this could be some kind of third-party malicious thing that is getting access to your data. But you created this app, so it's not actually, it's not malicious. So all you have to do is select continue. Select all of the different things that it wants to access. So just select all and then hit continue. And it'll be done. And now you have successfully filled out your Google Drive credentials here. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need it, but you will need to get that same client ID and client secret for each of the Google automations here. Now, thankfully, once you've got the client ID and the client secret, you just copy and paste into each of these and run through the same process. You can see if I click on Gmail, for example, I've got the client ID and the client secret here, and you just copy and paste those for each of the different accounts. And from there, you should be good to go as far as establishing your Google credentials, and everything should work. I do sometimes have to reconnect my Google account, but really all I need to do for that is, if we come to this and you just say sign in with Google, it'll walk you through that sign up process that I did right at the end there. And you just have to repeat that, but you don't have to go and get a new client ID and all of that again, thankfully. All right, now I'm going to show you how to set up OpenRouter. You can run through a very similar process to set up Anthropic, to set up OpenAI, to set up any of the others. And if you've worked with a platform like Novelcrafter or RaptorWrite to write your books, this should be a familiar process to you. So OpenRouter, if you are unfamiliar, is a third-party platform where they essentially provide access to most of the major AI models out there. And so I use OpenRouter as my primary interface with N8N in order to provide the actual AI words that get generated. If you don't have an OpenRouter account, I strongly recommend you create one and then add $5 to it or something so that it can draw from that as you're creating your work. But then in order to get the API key that we need, we go up here to the top and go to keys. And from here, you want to select create an API key. Give it a name. We'll just call this test API. And you can leave the rest of this blank, then hit create. And then it'll give you this long string of numbers. Again, I don't mind you guys seeing this because I'm just going to delete it afterward. But just go ahead and copy that. Then go back to N8N. And what we'll do is go ahead up here at the top right, select this little icon, select create credential again, and search for OpenRouter. Once you've found OpenRouter, hit continue. And then all you have to do is paste that API key right there and then hit save. And that's all you have to do. It's really simple. A lot more simple than getting your Google credentials set up. And the same is very much true for Anthropic or OpenAI or Gemini and all of their credentials. All you have to do is just go find the right API key for those platforms, which is, you can easily Google that and how to find those API keys, and then just paste them in here. I do find OpenRouter to be refreshingly simple though in setting this up. And honestly, if you've got OpenRouter set up and your Google Docs credentials set up, that will take care of like 90% of the automations that I would show you. So definitely get those out of the way first. And then from there, we can actually get started creating automations. So hopefully this has been useful for you, and I will see you in the next video.